Breaking news. A Philippine warship sets sail amid rising tensions in the region, marking a pivotal moment for the nation's maritime security. The Philippines is ramping up its security in the West Philippine Sea. Today, the first of several warship patrols begins, signaling a new phase in the country's efforts to protect its territorial waters and assert its sovereignty. The headline flashes across TV screens and social media feeds nationwide. News anchors deliver urgent updates, while online platforms buzz with reactions and analysis. The image is striking. A massive Philippine Navy warship cuts through rolling blue waves, its gray hull gleaming under the harsh morning sun. The ship's silhouette stands out against the endless horizon, a powerful symbol of national strength. On deck, sailors in crisp uniforms stand at attention, their eyes fixed on the horizon. Each crew member knows the gravity of their mission, representing not just the Navy, but the hopes of an entire nation. The ship's flag flutters boldly in the wind, a symbol of resolve and determination. Its colors stand out vividly, reminding everyone aboard of the responsibility they carry. This is not a drill. It's the beginning of a major shift in the country's maritime defense strategy. Officers issue commands with precision, and the crew moves with practiced discipline, preparing for whatever challenges may lie ahead. The West Philippine Sea, long a flashpoint of disputes and tension, is now center stage. The world's eyes are on these waters, where boundaries are contested and every maneuver is closely watched. The Philippine Navy's strongest warship is on a mission, one that carries the weight of national pride and the hopes for peace and stability in the region. Its engines roar, slicing through salty air and foaming water, as a new era of security patrols begins. The world watches, aware that every movement could have far-reaching consequences. Cameras capture every move, every command barked on the bridge. Military personnel monitor communications, ensuring that the ship remains in constant contact with command centers on land. Journalists scramble to get the best angles, documenting this moment for history. Their reports will inform not just the nation, but the world about the Philippines' resolve. Across the country, Filipinos gather around televisions and mobile screens, watching the unfolding events with a mix of anxiety and hope. The nation holds its breath, knowing that what happens next could shape the future of the Philippines' maritime sovereignty. There is a sense of urgency and pride in the air. The crew stands united, ready to face whatever comes their way, embodying the spirit of service and sacrifice. The warship's presence is a message to the world, to the region, and to every Filipino. The nation is ready to defend what is rightfully its own. As the sun sets, the ship sails on, a beacon of hope and determination for the Philippines. The Philippine Navy has announced a bold new initiative, marking a significant turning point in the country's maritime security efforts. Enhanced maritime patrols will now be the norm in the West Philippine Sea, a region that has become increasingly important and contested in recent years. This is not just another routine operation, it is a clear and determined response to growing concerns about security, sovereignty, and the safety of Filipino citizens who rely on these waters. The new plan is simple but powerful, focusing on both deterrence and vigilance. The Navy will send out its most advanced ships, equipped with the latest technology in surveillance, navigation, and defense systems, ensuring they are ready for any challenge. These patrols will cover more territory more often and for longer periods than ever before, making it much harder for any unauthorized vessels to go unnoticed. The goal is to make sure every corner of the West Philippine Sea is watched and protected, leaving no gaps in the country's maritime defense. For years, fishermen and coastal communities have felt uncertainty and anxiety as they ventured out to sea, unsure of what or who they might encounter. They have seen unfamiliar ships and aircraft in waters they have called home for generations, raising questions about their safety and their rights. Now, the presence of the Philippine Navy brings reassurance and a renewed sense of security to those who depend on the sea. The sight of a warship on patrol is a sign that someone is watching and ready to act if needed, providing a visible deterrent to any potential threats. This isn't just about military might, it's about protecting a way of life, supporting local communities, and ensuring that the sea remains a source of livelihood and pride for generations to come. The Navy's upgrade brings hope and confidence to those who depend on the sea for their families and their future, showing that the nation stands united in safeguarding its people and its waters. At the heart of this new initiative is the Navy's pride, its strongest warship. This vessel is a floating fortress. Equipped with state-of-the-art radars, anti-ship missiles, and defensive systems, it stands ready for any challenge. On the deck, every detail matters. Sailors carry out drills with precision. The captain's voice rings through the intercom, ordering checks of every system. Below deck, engineers monitor engines and weaponry, ensuring the ship is always battle-ready. The warship's journey is carefully mapped. Patrol routes are chosen to maximize coverage and visibility. The ship's presence is unmistakable. Anyone in these waters knows the Philippine Navy is on watch. As the sun sets, navigation lights flicker on, casting a bright path through the darkness. The crew feels the weight of responsibility. They know what is at stake. Their mission: protect the nation's interests, no matter what. Day and night, the warship patrols the contested waters. On the bridge, officers study radar screens, tracking every vessel within miles. The mood is tense but focused. Each shift brings new challenges: unidentified ships, sudden weather changes, and the constant need for vigilance. On deck, sailors scan the horizon with binoculars. They watch for anything unusual: a foreign ship, a distress signal, or a change in the weather. The crew works in shifts, making sure someone is always alert. Meals are quick, and rest is brief. The mission comes first. Below, the engine rooms hum with activity. Technicians adjust controls and check fuel levels. The ship's medical officer stands ready, prepared for any emergency. Every crew member knows their role is vital to the mission's success. This is life on the front lines, demanding, exhausting, but deeply important. The warship's patrol is more than a show of force. It is a shield for the nation. The West Philippine Sea is not just a body of water. It is a vast expanse that holds deep meaning for the Filipino people, stretching far beyond its shimmering surface. It is a lifeline for millions of Filipinos, connecting generations who have depended on its bounty for survival and prosperity. Rich in fish, oil, and gas, these waters are essential to the country's economy and food supply. Every catch, every barrel of oil, and every net cast supports families and communities across the nation. Every patrol helps protect these precious resources from illegal fishing and foreign encroachment. The Navy's vigilant presence ensures that these waters remain under Filipino stewardship. Fishermen rely on safe and open seas to feed their families. Their daily work is a testament to resilience and hope as they brave the elements to bring food to our tables. For years, many have faced harassment or danger while doing their jobs. Foreign vessels and illegal activities have threatened their safety and their livelihoods, casting uncertainty over their future. The Navy's enhanced patrols give them new confidence. With every mission, the Navy reassures our fishermen that they are not alone at sea. Now, they can cast their nets without fear, knowing that help is close by. This renewed sense of security allows them to focus on their work and provide for their loved ones. Protecting the sea also means protecting the environment. The West Philippine Sea is home to vibrant coral reefs and diverse marine life, which are vital for ecological balance and future generations. Unauthorized activities can damage coral reefs and marine life. Destructive fishing methods and illegal encroachment threaten these fragile ecosystems, putting the entire marine food chain at risk. The Navy's presence deters those who would harm these natural treasures. By monitoring and enforcing maritime laws, they help ensure that the sea remains healthy and productive. Every patrol is a promise to future generations that the sea will remain bountiful and free. It is a commitment to protect not just today's resources, but tomorrow's opportunities. Ultimately, sea security is about more than borders. It is about unity, sovereignty, and the shared responsibility to defend what is ours. It is about safeguarding a way of life, a source of pride, and the dreams of countless Filipino families. By defending our waters, we defend our future, our heritage, and the hope that every Filipino holds for a better tomorrow. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea have been rising. Competing claims, foreign vessels, and honestly, incidents at sea create a climate of uncertainty. Every day the risks grow. The Philippine Navy's stronger presence is a response to these pressures. Regional powers watch closely. The balance of power in Southeast Asia really depends on what happens here. The Navy's actions send a message: the Philippines will not back down. Vigilance is not an option, it is a necessity. The crew knows that every patrol could become a test. They practice responses to different scenarios, from rescue missions to confrontations with foreign ships. Training is constant, Preparation is key. The stakes are high. A single mistake could have serious consequences. That is why every Filipino must support the Navy's efforts. Unity and vigilance are more important than ever. The sight of the Philippine flag on a warship inspires pride across the country. News of the Navy's patrols spreads quickly, drawing support from all walks of life. People share stories online, post messages of encouragement, and show solidarity in every town and city. National pride is more than words. It is the spirit that drives every sailor, officer, and citizen to defend what matters most. The Navy's mission is not just a military operation, it is a national movement. Communities near the coast feel the change. Children draw pictures of ships and sailors. Fishermen wave as the warship passes by. There is a renewed sense of hope, a belief that the nation's best days are ahead. Unity is the strongest defense. When the nation stands together, military and civilian, young and old, there is nothing it cannot achieve. The crew of the warship shares a deep sense of duty. We know our families and friends are counting on us, says Lieutenant Santos, the ship's executive officer. Every patrol is for them, and for every Filipino who calls these waters home. Fishermen echo this sentiment. Before, we were afraid to go too far, says Mang Ben, a veteran from Palawan. Now we see the Navy's ship and we feel safe. We can work without looking over our shoulders. The patrols have changed daily life at sea. There's more communication between the Navy and local communities. Fishermen report suspicious activities, and the Navy responds quickly. Trust is growing with every new patrol. These voices remind us what is at stake, not just territory, but trust, hope, and the future of generations. As night falls over the West Philippine Sea, the warship remains on station. Its lights are bright, its crew alert. The message is clear. The Philippines will defend its waters, its people, and its future. Unity and vigilance are the keys. Every Filipino has a role to play. Whether serving at sea, supporting from home, or standing up for the nation's rights. The challenge is great, but the spirit of the nation is greater. Tomorrow the patrol will continue. The warship will sail on. The flag will fly high. The world will see that the Philippines stands strong and united. Let this be a reminder. When the seas grow rough, it is unity and courage that keep the nation safe. Together, the Philippines will always stand guard over its waters.